Hi there and welcome back to Darlene's Creative Studio. We are now on day 16 of our December daily challenge. Number 16 is the stockings are hung. My husband and I do stockings every year. We have since we met. I think when we were little we always had stockings. And some years for my husband and I, that's the only thing that we have are stockings. Normally if we would go on a trip somewhere and that would be our Christmas present to each other, so that would be, there would be nothing under the tree, we would just have the stockings. This year we have presents under the tree and it's just really strange to actually be be doing a real Christmas. So we're gonna work, my book is getting really full. This is the first signature and it is getting really large. So it's going to be interesting to see whether I can close it once we get going here. So I'm going to move that over. And we are literally on the last pages of, I'm just going to leave this one. This one has a little bag and a pocket from an envelope that I received in the mail. We're just going to leave that one, but this is the last page of this signature. And then we go into the next one. So that's about halfway. That's what we wanted. So this is going to be the stockings are hung. And I'm going to start by putting this on first. I was hoping there would be a slice in it. Usually there is, but there is not. So you get to watch me struggle with stickers. Oh, there we go. All right. So let's put these stockings are hung right here. Like that. I'm going to use these big pockets are from Bohemian Crafting, a kit that I purchased from her. I think it was Red Robin. So I'm going to use one of those envelopes and you just cut it out and fold it. And this is the envelope that I'm going to use. I've cut it out and it's just Santa Claus. And you just fold it up like that. And I'm going to put that one on. This is the cardstock, the last of the cover. So I'm going to put that one on there. So let's get this guy in. Fold that guy over. And then just put a little bit of glue on the end of this one. And that one folds over like that. And we have to put some glue up the side here. Like that. So that's all glued together. And this guy is going to go in here, right about there. So he will be the base of my, let's use Fabri-Tac, just so we make sure it gets a good, sticks really well. And then the other thing I'm going to use is another card, and I'm getting down on my cards. I have 2 or 3 other ones that are really, really special that I've kind of been saving. So I'm running out of cards. So next I'll have to come up with some, maybe some printables from, I've ordered some from Mad Paper Crush. So maybe I could use some of her printables in this, in the second signature. And some Santa cards. I do have a lot of downloads from public domain websites of vintage Christmas cards and that kind of thing. So I can download some digital imaging for the second half. So let's just put him on this side here. Like that. And then this was a Christmas card that I received and saved, and I've just trimmed it down a little bit. It says the stockings were hung by the chimney with care. That was the outside of the card, and it was a little wider, and I've just trimmed it down. And all I've done was stuck them onto some envelopes that I sealed and cut in half. So I've made myself some pockets. And this guy is going to go right on the bottom of Santa. So Santa's going to be sticking out from the top there. So I'm going to have a pocket here and a pocket there. And what I'm going to put in one of these pockets is a list of all the stocking stuffers that I've purchased for my husband. I try and keep track of what I buy him each year so that if it's a good reaction, if he uses it and it's something that I can get him again next year, I try and keep track of things that I've bought him. And then I can always go back and think, okay, I don't know what to put in a stocking. I'll look at what I put in a stocking 2 years ago and know that he used it up. So there's one little pocket there. Let's grab something here to... So I have a pocket here, and it's just going to have a little journaling card. And then I've got the bigger one here at the back. And I'm going to put a little list in there. And then, oh, heaven forbid, I don't know why I do this to myself. I've got this little sticker, and I really, really wanted to save it and use it for something. I just love it. It's this little Victorian stockings. And this was from Your Creative Studio. I think one of the first ones I ordered had some Christmas stuff in it. I think it was from Your Creative Studio. There we go. Somebody likes me. There we go. So we got that little sticker on the back of there. And then I had another envelope that I had cut. It was a little wider and I had this little angle. And I think I just covered it with this paper. It was a scrap piece. So I just covered the envelope, and I'm going to put this one on this side here, just to cover up this paper, because it was just a little piece that I had added, and we may as well use it up. If I can get my glue to come out. There it goes. And I try and make sure I do right along the edge of the opening there so that it doesn't get caught when I put my tags in. Okay, so I'm going to leave the lid off of that because I'm going to use them again. And we're just going to put that one on there. And then I have these little tags that kind of match that same pattern paper. And I'm just going to stick that on the edge of this paper here. That way. And let's put it on the other side. And sometimes I will go through my journal at night when I'm trying to come up with the next day's layout, and I'll just add some little bits and pieces to the pages. So you can go back, and if you come across something that kind of goes with the page, you can add more to it. You don't have to stop as soon as you finish it up. There. So we have that little tab, and then this was a card as well, and it had some borders, and I'll probably use these somewhere else, but it had like a little border around it. So I'm going to save the gifts, but I've cut this out and it kind of looks like a little tag, and it's a little journaling card, and that's going to go in there. Just make sure how far it goes down. I want to make sure I'm all the way in the envelope. Sometimes it doesn't go all the way in. There we go. Okay. So there's that little page covered. And then I've got this one. And then on this side, I have this little stamp. And I'm worried that this isn't flat enough, but we'll give it a go. So I'm just going to ink up this stamp. Let's see if it's inked up enough and if I've got a flat enough surface. Yes, worked. Okay, so the stockings are hung, and then this is the first part, top of the card, and again it's on an envelope, and I've just added a little piece of paper here and cut out a thumb hole because there was a big gap there. And this one's going to go on this side. And again, I'm going to use my Fabri-Tac just because my pages are starting to bend because the journal's getting so full, and I really, really want them to stick. And with the cards on the front, it's a little thicker, so I just find the Fabri-Tac grabs a lot better when you start to get bulk in your journals. For paper, it's great, but when you're using anything to do with cards or cardstock, it's better to use the Fabri-Tac. It just gives it a little more grab. Okay, so we're going to cover that guy up, and then we're just going to put him down there like that. And then I think I'm going to find something to put right here. maybe one of these little tags like this one. Yeah, I think I'm going to put that there. And that's where my number 16 is going to go. So let's grab our Fabri-Tac. Let's put him right in the center. And then, oops, smush him. Make sure he's straight. Then I'm going to take my marker and I'm going to do my little dashes to make sure that it stands out. Like that. And then we're going to put our number 16 on there. Put that right smack dab in the middle. And there is number 16. So the stockings are hung, and we've got this little journaling card here with some stockings on it, which is really cute. Been saving him. And then it's got a little tab there, and then this, and I may add something up here. May your Christmas be filled with laughter and joy. That's pretty. May the joy of the Christmas season remain with you throughout the year. That one's pretty too. I think that's a little too much red. How about this one? Hope, joy, hope, peace, and belief. I think that one's nice too. Let's put him in there. Oops. I left the lid off or the pin out of my glue. Let go my finger. And we'll just add this guy in. At the top here. Make sure my lead sticker is sticking. There. There, that looks good. So that's kind of filled up that side. And then we have this, and then I'm going to put some receipts in this, or my list of what I put in my husband's stocking goes in there. And then I'm just going to go through my stuff and find, and I might just put some of these. I have tons of these cards. What do they come? Life Project or something like that? Project cards. I got some at a thrift store, a whole box of them. This is a card that I'm saving for later. Really cute. And then this little Christmas tree. It's really cute too. So I might just take some of these guys and put them in as my journaling cards. I've got tons of these vintage Santas that I found on a public domain website. I guess they were vintage cards. These robins. I love this one. That was on a website. He's too dark. He's scary looking. That one's pretty. So we can use him in there. And then we have this one on this side. We can use that guy. Oh, how about him? There we go. He's nice and light. And there. So we've got some of my journaling cards used. The stockings were hung. Day 16. Got lots of journaling spots. And again, a spot to put my list of stocking stuffers that I've purchased for my husband. And I might just grab, this was a card that I made up. I might use that as my list. Yeah, I think I'm just going to put that in there and put Keith's stocking. And then I know what I put in there, and I'll make that list out later today. Oops. And put that in there. So that is the end of our first signature. It is totally full and it's pretty puffy. Wish me luck at trying to get the second one in there. And I will be putting a bigger elastic on my my journal as well. So that's it for day 16. Quick and easy. Using up more of my cards. Again, I'm running low on cards, so let's see what we're going to do for the second signature. Thanks so much for watching, and we'll see you tomorrow. Bye for now.